that I test is I do kinesiology, and that's my preferred method of testing. Basically, we can do remote muscle testing and just test you that way, or use a pendulum. I'm going to go over the different levels because I mentioned there's 17. The first one is 0 to 20, and that would be shame. Shame is someone who's radiating at 0 to 20 would be feeling humiliated, have low self-esteem, oftentimes very paranoid, vibrating, can be like serial killers, rapists, people who have issues with morals, pretty good. Number 30, at the map of 30, we're at guilt, which is feelings of blame or remorse. That's usually the dominant, and also having levels of destruction or destructive ideas or thoughts and or actions. Then there's 50, that when you hit that 50 mark, that's apathy, feeling despair, helplessness, someone who is very dependent on others, homeless people, poor people, aged people, but also just the prevailing hopelessness. And on an energy reading with aura and or plants, you can actually see people who are lower than 100 that basically go and try to reach out in the field to sustain themselves through other people's energy. So again, all of these under 100, you would be able to see they're kind of usurpers of energy because they don't have the generation or the general abilities to generate their own energies. At 75, we're looking at grief. Grief obviously has feelings with regret, sadness, loss. Energetically, it's usually stored in the lungs. Many people vibrate at this when they've experienced loss of some part of their family or people or humanity. Just a feeling of low vibration because of loss. Then there is fear, which is at 100. Fear is often associated with anxiety. It has also rejection, fear of failure, uncertainty, challenges, fear of aging, fear of death, fear of loss, fear of strangers, weird phobias. Anything with fear would be right at 100. Desire is 125. Desire, you're feeling a little bit more energetic. There's a little bit more ambition with money or whatever, just desire in general. It could also be something that causes addictions though, so be really careful with that desire, because sometimes people will obtain things with no morals associated. So but yes, so anger is at 150. 150 is hate. It expresses itself as revenge and frustration and resentment. 150 is anger. Pride is at 175. Pride is kind of self-explanatory. It could be about themselves or external conditions or possessions or some sort of feeling that you're better than other people. Pride results in denial, sometimes arrogance, and the life view is very demanding. We're looking at courage now, which is 200. Most people that come to me are at least at 200, because if you are not at 200, then you're not even able to look at yourself yet. Once you hit that 200 mark, you have this reality or understanding that you have created your life.